Is it just me, or have you ever woken up and realized that your style is growing just like you? Like, you still love a little drama in your outfit, but everything is more intentional. This fall, I'm leaning into texture, nostalgia, and music. Hi loves, I wanted to welcome you back to the channel and back to yet another video. If you're new here, I'm Helicia, but the girls call me Lee, and I make videos on fashion, travel, natural hair, and beauty. So if that's your vibe, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the evolution of my fall style. How my fall fashion has evolved. Make it functional, make it intentional, and put your own spin to it. I used to think that fall fashion needed to give New York or Pinterest core, but maturing is realizing Texas fall hits different. And although I love to pull inspiration from all of the things that I see, at my core, I'm a Texas girl. And the weather doesn't always give the season that we're in. So even though I want to incorporate those classic fall trends, it has to make sense. So I wanted to thank Walmart for sponsoring this portion of the video, because this Texas girl is in her Rodeo Revival era, and it's a huge fall fashion trend, but honestly just a part of my true fall fashion evolution. So thinking about the way that I function on a day-to-day basis, music really inspires my style. It's one of my favorite things to dive into. So I wanted to challenge myself in my Rodeo Revival era using some pieces from Walmart. Make it affordable, make it fashionable, make it accessible. Now the first, and before you say it, Walmart has the pieces. I wanted to use this as some outfit inspiration, classic Western style, but of course a girl is going to add her own twist to it. But really pulling from these tones, this black and brown. So one of the first pieces that I got were these boots. I was like, hold on Walmart, wait a minute. Very cozy, so it still gives you that fall vibe. I love the contrast of the black and the brown. The heel is chunky and these are quite low, so they're easy, stomp around the city. And even in rodeo season, I can pull these back out. Now I paired these with a black bubble skirt, this barn jacket, but in the other black and brown tone, my cowboy hat, because you have to have one of these. And then I spiced up the look with the most stunning hardware belt. But I wanted to make this a fashion piece because I felt like it was unexpected. The last thing that I added was a good scent. A scent, a fragrance finishes any outfit. It's almost like adding sunglasses, especially as part of your evolution, as part of your personal branding. A fragrance is going to top it off. You want to be known as the person that smells good. I found the cutest, the girliest scent at Walmart, and it is a Dolly Parton scent. Look at the bottle. Now the second album that I picked up was Teddy Swims. I tried everything but therapy. How fitting. And this man can sing. Now I feel like this was more of a modern twist, really just my style evolution in general, incorporating more Texas driven pieces for the Texas weather. So I wanted to do a very modern twist on this outfit, and then also just like incorporating my creativity. Like, what could I do? You guys are gonna love this, and it's a little DIY, so you can take something with you from this video. But I grabbed my Walmart tank, not in this color, and I styled it with these two flannel button downs. Now, contrary to popular belief, you can always just wear these as a shirt. That's what they're made for. That's easy. But as a fashion girly in an evolution era, why not just amp it up a little bit? Why not take these two pieces and make them into something different? All you have to do to turn these two shirts into a skirt is to button the collar. That's going to be your waistband. If you need a larger waistband, use 3 shirts, or you can button them at different sections to basically widen the waistband. You can really go in and style it how you want from that point on. I actually took these 2 shirts and came up with at least 4 ways to wear them. So don't sleep on Walmart. Walmart has the pieces. I'm gonna have all of these pieces linked in the description bar, and I think everything is under $50. And if you're looking for something that is really in that home decor space, I also have this cow print stool, because as many cow print rugs as we have in this house, I was like, hold on, we need some cow print on the furniture. what is a Texas girl home without some cow print? So I went on ahead and added that in. So I noticed that style evolves when you start dressing not for the trends. Although I talk about trends, and I think that trends are something great to incorporate into your wardrobe if it's something that you're interested in. However, some things are just timeless. Some things are just going to fit your style as a whole. So during this evolution, I started to dress based on how I feel. Not just the settings that I'm in, but also like the mood that I'm in, which kind of can go into dopamine dressing, especially as it gets cooler and the days get shorter, meaning that you're exposed to less sun. You can essentially develop sadness. It is a disorder. It's called SAD. What happens is because of the lack of the sun, people tend to get sadder. So your style can evolve to combat that issue with dopamine dressing, and it's something that I do a lot. So in the fall, winter, I try to avoid a whole lot of all black outfits. Now I love a good all black outfit. I just styled one, but I also like to incorporate a lot of color, a lot of fun pieces, a lot of textures, boots, stripes, prints, things like that that bring that fun. Even though for fall, I do tend to stick to a lot of warm tones. I want to say that I talked about this in another video, but I will be incorporating some pastels, especially like mint green and butter yellow in the fall. I don't see why not. It works, but also just really bright colors like green and cobalt blue. I think I'm going to be wearing a lot of blue. I'm really gravitating towards blue, and even a lot of denim, which also kind of still ties into my whole Rodeo Revival Texas girl era. I just noticed that as I evolve, a lot of the things that I like are centered around my city, the state that I live in, and the weather, because it's functional, but it's fashion. Denim in general really inspires me, especially with unique silhouettes. That's really my style evolution. But now let's get into how music inspires my outfit. So I'm not really a TV person. I do enjoy film, but the one thing that I will do is listen to music. That's always my go-to. I pick my outfits the same way that I pick my playlist. If I wake up super energetic, super upbeat, then you're going to see it in my outfit. If I wake up feeling very relaxed, then I'm probably gonna go in with like a wide leg pant type of situation, because that's my go-to as well. And that's the best correlation that I can make between music and the way that I dress. If I'm listening to some Beyonce, I'm probably gonna have on something shimmery. I don't know what it is, but that's how she makes me feel, whether it be glow on my legs, whether it be a little bit of sequin moment, whether it be something metallic. If I'm listening to Rihanna, it's likely gonna be very edgy, very fashion forward. Everything about the music will guide me towards my outfit. So just know that your music can actually guide your style. And that can go with any form of media. Do you like film? I know a lot of people have based their styles off of like shows. Very popular, timeless, or classic shows like Girlfriends or Sex and the City. Whatever form of media that you are into. It's not limited to music. That's just my thing. Just find whatever niche you fit into and see how that can alter the way that you dress. It could even be travel. So I just think that the key to evolving your style, especially into fall, is intentional layering, adding one bold element, whether it be a texture, a shape, or a pattern, and then just building around it. It could be like a statement pair of boots with this faux fur texture on it, or a pattern like this plaid, taking that as the main piece and then building. And remember, do not gatekeep yourself from experimenting, evolving your fashion. Even just figuring out your personal style is all about experimenting. You do not know what you like until you actually try it. Come to terms with those things. Even if it's like really unexpected, embrace it. Stop fighting, you know? Every Texas girl needs a little Rodeo Revival moment. And I'm not running from my Texas roots anymore. It will be incorporated gladly. and I feel so good in it. It just makes me feel like I'm at home. I'm embracing where I'm from, what inspires me, and how that shows up in what I wear. So what's your fall evolution story? Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to check out all of the links to the Walmart Rodeo Revival pieces. Let me know if there's any gems that you picked up from this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.